The Drugs Appellate Board Rules, 1976. A concise overview of the Drugs Appellate Board Rules, 1976 in relation to the Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan (DRAP). 1. Purpose: establishes the procedure for appeals against decisions made by drug regulatory authorities in Pakistan. 2. Jurisdiction: the Appellate Board handles appeals related to licensing, registration, and other regulatory actions concerning drugs. 3. Composition: the board consists of members appointed by the federal government, including a chairperson and technical experts. 4. Filing an appeal: aggrieved parties must file their appeals in writing within a specified timeframe after the decision is communicated. 5. Required information: appeals must include details about the decision being contested and the grounds for appeal. 6. Hearings: the board conducts hearings where both parties can present their case, supported by relevant documents and evidence. 7. Decision: the board's decision is based on the evidence presented and must be communicated to the involved parties. 8. Finality: the decisions made by the Appellate Board are typically final, subject to judicial review under applicable laws. 9. Record keeping: the board is required to maintain proper records of all proceedings and decisions. 10. Notifications: the board must notify stakeholders about its rules, procedures, and any amendments. 11. Compliance: parties must comply with the board's decisions, which are enforceable under the law. 12. Role of DRAP: DRAP oversees the implementation of these rules and ensures that the Appellate Board operates effectively and fairly. This framework ensures a structured approach to addressing grievances in the pharmaceutical sector in Pakistan. MCQs portion: 200 multiple choice questions on the Drugs Appellate Board Rules, 1976, with reference to the DRAP, are: 1. What is the primary purpose of the Drugs Appellate Board Rules, 1976? Answer: to establish a procedure for appeals against drug regulatory decisions. 2. Which authority does the Appellate Board operate under? Answer: Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan (DRAP). 3. Who appoints the members of the Appellate Board? Answer: the federal government. 4. What is the composition of the Appellate Board? Answer: a chairperson and technical experts. 5. What is the time frame for filing an appeal after a decision is communicated? Answer: specified by the rules. 6. What must be included in a written appeal? Answer: details of the decision and grounds for appeal. 7. Are hearings conducted by the Appellate Board? Answer: yes. 8. What happens after the hearings are completed? Answer: the board issues a decision. 9. Is the decision of the Appellate Board final? Answer: typically yes, subject to judicial review. 10. What must the Appellate Board maintain regarding its proceedings? Answer: proper records. 11. What does DRAP oversee in relation to the Appellate Board? Answer: implementation of the rules. 12. Who can file an appeal to the Appellate Board? Answer: any aggrieved party. 13. What is the role of the chairperson of the Appellate Board? Answer: to lead the hearings and decision-making process. 14. What type of decisions can be appealed to the Appellate Board? Answer: licensing and registration decisions related to drugs. 15. Can the Appellate Board take new evidence during hearings? Answer: yes, if deemed necessary. 16. What is the primary focus of the Appellate Board's review? Answer: fairness and compliance with regulations. 17. How are the members of the Appellate Board selected? Answer: appointed by the federal government based on qualifications. 18. What is the required format for submitting an appeal? Answer: in writing. 19. Are decisions of the Appellate Board public? Answer: yes, they are generally made available to stakeholders. 20. What is the primary legislation governing drug regulation in Pakistan? Answer: the Drugs Act, 1976. 21. What role does the Appellate Board play in drug regulation? Answer: to adjudicate disputes arising from regulatory decisions. 22. How often does the Appellate Board meet? Answer: as needed, depending on the volume of appeals. 23. Is there a fee for filing an appeal with the Appellate Board? Answer: yes, as specified by the rules. 24. What is the procedure for a party to represent themselves in an appeal? Answer: they must inform the board of their intention. 25. Can the Appellate Board modify decisions from lower authorities? Answer: yes, it can uphold, modify, or overturn decisions. 26. What is the first step after receiving an appeal? Answer: acknowledgement of receipt by the Appellate Board. 27. What is the role of technical experts in the Appellate Board? Answer: to provide specialized knowledge relevant to drug regulation. 28. Are there time limits for the Appellate Board to issue a decision? Answer: yes, as stipulated in the rules. 29. Can individuals present evidence in support of their appeal? Answer: yes, they can submit documents and witness statements. 30. What happens if an appeal is not filed within the specified time frame? Answer: it may be dismissed as time-barred. 31. Is legal representation allowed during the appeal process? Answer: yes, parties may be represented by legal counsel. 32. What is the main objective of the appeal process? Answer: to ensure fair treatment in regulatory decisions. 33. Can the Appellate Board conduct its own investigations? Answer: yes, if necessary. 34. What must the Board provide in its final decision? Answer: reasons for the decision. 35. What happens to the implementation of a decision while an appeal is pending? Answer: Implementation may be stayed, depending on the case. 36. Are appeals limited to specific types of drug-related decisions? Answer: yes, primarily those regarding licensing and registration. 37. How does the Appellate Board ensure transparency? Answer: by maintaining public records and issuing decisions publicly. 38. What document outlines the rules governing the Appellate Board? Answer: the Drugs Appellate Board Rules, 1976. 39. Who has the authority to review decisions of the Appellate Board? Answer: the judiciary, under judicial review. 40. What is required for the Appellate Board to accept a late appeal? Answer: justifiable reasons must be provided. 41. What is the maximum duration for the Appellate Board to decide on an appeal? Answer: as defined in the rules. 42. What is the significance of the Appellate Board's decisions? Answer: they set precedents for future regulatory actions. 43. Can the Appellate Board refer matters to other authorities? Answer: yes, for further investigation or action. 44. What is a common ground for appeal to the Appellate Board? Answer: alleged violation of procedural fairness. 45. What happens if the Appellate Board finds a decision unjust? Answer: it can overturn or amend the decision. 46. Who bears the burden of proof in an appeal? Answer: typically the appellant. 47. What guidelines govern the conduct of hearings? Answer: established by the Appellate Board's procedural rules. 48. Is there a formal notification process for the parties involved in an appeal? Answer: yes, both parties are notified of hearing dates and decisions. 49. How are conflicts of interest managed within the Appellate Board? Answer: members are required to disclose any potential conflicts. 50. What is the role of the DRAP in relation to the Appellate Board? Answer: to support and facilitate the Board's operations. 51. Can the Appellate Board's decisions be appealed further? Answer: only through judicial review. 52. What type of records must the Appellate Board keep? Answer: minutes of meetings and records of hearings. 53. What is the procedure if a member of the Appellate Board cannot participate in a hearing? Answer: a substitute may be appointed by the federal government. 54. How does the Appellate Board handle public interest cases? Answer: they are prioritized for swift resolution. 55. What is the responsibility of the Board regarding confidentiality? Answer: to protect sensitive information disclosed during hearings. 56. What types of evidence are admissible in Appellate Board hearings? Answer: documents, expert testimonies, and relevant records. 57. Who is responsible for enforcing the decisions of the Appellate Board? Answer: DRAP and relevant regulatory bodies. 58. Can the Appellate Board impose penalties or fines? Answer: No, it can only modify or overturn decisions. 59. What happens to the original decision pending the outcome of an appeal? Answer. It remains in effect unless stayed by the board. 60. How does the appellate board ensure adherence to legal standards? Answer. By following established legal and procedural guidelines. 61. Are there provisions for expediting certain appeals? Answer. Yes, for cases of urgent public health concern. 62. What is the process for an appellant to challenge the board's decision? Answer. They may seek judicial review in court. 63. How are hearing dates communicated to the parties? Answer. Through written notifications. 64. Can new regulations affect ongoing appeals? Answer. Yes, if they impact the case's legal basis. 65. What is the significance of the appellate board's existence? Answer. It provides a mechanism for accountability in drug regulation. 66. What is the legal framework supporting the appellate board? Answer. The Drugs Act, 1976, and its rules. 67. Can the appellate board review its own decisions? Answer. No, decisions are final unless challenged in court. 68. What is the role of public opinion in appellate board decisions? Answer. It is considered but not binding on legal outcomes. 69. How does the appellate board address discrepancies in evidence? Answer. By evaluating the credibility and relevance of all evidence presented. 70. Are there any time limits for the parties to submit evidence? Answer. Yes, as specified in the rules. 71. What criteria does the board use to assess appeals? Answer. Legal validity, procedural fairness, and evidence presented. 72. How does the appellate board maintain impartiality? Answer. By adhering to established conflict of interest policies. 73. What actions can the appellate board take during a hearing? Answer. Question witnesses and request additional information. 74. Is there a process for amending the appellate board's rules? Answer. Yes, amendments can be proposed and adopted through legal procedures. 75. What is the impact of the appellate board's decisions on public health? Answer. They can significantly influence drug availability and safety. 76. How does the appellate board ensure fair representation? Answer. By allowing parties to present their case fully. 77. Are appeals confidential? Answer. Generally, hearings are public, but sensitive information is protected. 78. Can the appellate board consider external expert opinions? Answer. Yes, when relevant to the case. 79. What happens if an appeal is withdrawn? Answer. The original decision remains in effect. 80. How does the appellate board's process contribute to drug regulation? Answer. By ensuring accountability and transparency in regulatory actions. 81. What is the protocol if a hearing is rescheduled? Answer. All parties are notified of the new date. 82. Are there specific qualifications for members of the Appellate Board? Answer: yes, they must have relevant expertise in drug regulation or law. 83. Can the Appellate Board's decisions impact future drug policy? Answer: yes, decisions can set important precedents. 84. How does the Appellate Board handle cases of non-compliance? Answer: through appropriate review and consideration of evidence. 85. What mechanisms are in place to ensure the Appellate Board's independence? Answer: statutory provisions and operational guidelines. 86. Is there a process for public feedback on the Appellate Board's operations? Answer: yes, public consultations may be conducted. 87. How does the Appellate Board address complex cases? Answer: by convening expert panels if necessary. 88. Are members of the Appellate Board required to undergo training? Answer: yes, to stay updated on drug regulation and law. 89. What happens if a member of the board is found to have a conflict of interest? Answer: they must recuse themselves from the case. 90. How does the Appellate Board ensure accessibility for appellants? Answer: by providing guidance on the appeal process. 91. What role does evidence play in the Appellate Board's decision-making? Answer: it is crucial for substantiating claims made in appeals. 92. Are there provisions for resolving disputes outside of formal appeals? Answer: yes, mediation may be an option in some cases. 93. Can the Appellate Board refer matters to other regulatory bodies? Answer: yes, for further investigation or action. 94. What is the Appellate Board's responsibility regarding public health crises? Answer: to prioritize and expedite relevant appeals. 95. How often are the Appellate Board's rules reviewed? Answer: periodically, as necessary. 96. What is required for an appeal to be considered valid? Answer: it must comply with the prescribed format and time limits. 97. Can parties present oral arguments during hearings? Answer: yes, oral presentations are part of the hearing process. 98. How does the Appellate Board maintain public trust? Answer: through transparency and adherence to legal standards. 99. Are the Appellate Board's decisions published? Answer: yes, they are made accessible to the public. 100. What is the primary goal of the Appellate Board in drug regulation? Answer: to ensure fairness and accountability in regulatory decisions. 101. How does the Appellate Board handle appeals involving public safety? Answer: by prioritizing them for quick resolution. 102. What types of documentation are typically required in an appeal? Answer: evidence supporting the appellant's claims. 103. Can the Appellate Board consult with external experts? Answer: yes, when necessary for informed decision-making. 104. What is the protocol for notifying decisions to the parties involved? Answer. Written notification is provided after the decision is made. 105. How does the appellate board address challenges to its authority? Answer. By adhering to its legal mandate and rules. 106. Are members of the appellate board accountable for their decisions? Answer. Yes, they must justify their decisions in accordance with the law. 107. What is the significance of the appellate board's record keeping? Answer. It ensures transparency and accountability. 108. Can the appellate board issue interim orders? Answer. Yes, in certain situations. 109. What is the process for an appellant to challenge the procedure of the board? Answer. They can raise procedural issues during the appeal. 110. How does the appellate board ensure the integrity of the hearing process? Answer. By following strict procedural rules. 111. Are there any exemptions to the appeal process? Answer. Yes, in cases where regulations explicitly state so. 112. How does the appellate board contribute to the overall regulatory framework? Answer. By providing a check on regulatory decisions. 113. What is the role of stakeholders in the appellate board's operations? Answer. They can provide input and feedback during public consultations. 114. Can the appellate board consider the social impact of its decisions? Answer. Yes, it is an important aspect of regulatory review. 115. How are appeals prioritized by the appellate board? Answer. Based on urgency and public interest. 116. What is the process for handling appeals related to drug safety? Answer. They are reviewed with special consideration for public health. 117. How does the appellate board ensure compliance with international standards? Answer. By aligning its rules and practices with global best practices. 118. Can appellants request a hearing in their preferred location? Answer. Requests may be considered based on logistics. 119. How are decisions communicated to the public? Answer. Through official announcements and publications. 120. What role do expert testimonies play in appellate board hearings? Answer. They provide specialized knowledge relevant to the case. 121. Can the appellate board impose restrictions on the use of certain drugs during appeals? Answer. Yes, in the interest of public health. 122. What is the significance of the hearing process in appeals? Answer. It allows for a fair presentation of both sides. 123. How does the appellate board handle appeals with conflicting evidence? Answer. By carefully evaluating the credibility of each piece of evidence. 124. What factors are considered in the appellate board's decision-making process? Answer. Legal compliance, evidence, and public interest. 125. Are there any specific deadlines for the appellate board to respond to appeals? Answer: yes, as per the established rules. 126. What happens if an appeal is deemed inadmissible? Answer: it is rejected, and the original decision stands. 127. Can the appellate board order additional investigations? Answer: yes, if necessary for a fair resolution. 128. What is the importance of the appellate board's final decision? Answer: it determines the outcome of regulatory disputes. 129. How does the appellate board protect the rights of appellants? Answer: by ensuring due process throughout the appeal. 130. Can parties submit supplementary information after the initial appeal? Answer: yes, within the specified time frame. 131. What role does public health play in the appellate board's considerations? Answer: it is a primary factor influencing decisions. 132. How are the qualifications of appellate board members verified? Answer: through a rigorous selection process by the government. 133. What is the process for appointing a new chairperson to the appellate board? Answer: as per the procedures established by the federal government. 134. Are there guidelines for the conduct of legal representatives during hearings? Answer: yes, they must adhere to professional conduct standards. 135. How does the appellate board assess the impact of its decisions? Answer: through follow-up evaluations and stakeholder feedback. 136. What happens if there are multiple appeals regarding the same issue? Answer: they may be consolidated for efficient handling. 137. Can the appellate board provide advisory opinions? Answer: no, it only decides on formal appeals. 138. How is the integrity of the appellate board maintained? Answer: through strict adherence to legal and ethical standards. 139. What is the process for public participation in appellate board hearings? Answer: interested parties can request to observe or provide input. 140. Can the appellate board suspend its proceedings? Answer: yes, under certain circumstances. 141. What documentation is necessary for a valid appeal? Answer: a formal written appeal with supporting evidence. 142. How does the appellate board address appeals concerning new drug applications? Answer: by evaluating compliance with regulatory requirements. 143. What are the potential outcomes of an appeal? Answer: upheld, overturned, or modified decisions. 144. How does the appellate board's process affect drug development? Answer: it provides a mechanism for resolving disputes efficiently. 145. Can the appellate board hear cases involving multiple parties? Answer: yes, if relevant to the appeal. 146. What is the protocol for evidence submission during hearings? Answer: Evidence must be submitted in advance of the hearing. 147. How does the appellate board ensure equal treatment of appellants? Answer. By following consistent procedures for all cases. 148. What factors influence the appellate board's timelines for decision making? Answer. Complexity of the case and volume of appeals. 149. Can the appellate board issue public statements regarding ongoing appeals? Answer. Typically, no, to maintain confidentiality. 150. How does the appellate board balance regulatory compliance with innovation? Answer. By considering both safety and the need for new therapies. 151. What happens if the appellate board determines a decision was arbitrary? Answer. It may overturn the decision based on that finding. 152. How does the appellate board handle appeals from industry stakeholders? Answer. By evaluating the merits of each case objectively. 153. Can the appellate board's rules be challenged in court? Answer. Yes, if they are believed to contravene the law. 154. What is the role of scientific evidence in the appellate board's decisions? Answer. It is crucial for substantiating safety and efficacy claims. 155. How does the appellate board contribute to public trust in drug regulation? Answer. By maintaining transparency and accountability. 156. Are there provisions for emergency appeals? Answer. Yes, they can be expedited based on urgency. 157. What is the appellate board's policy on ex-parte communications? Answer. They are generally prohibited to ensure fairness. 158. Can the appellate board consider the social implications of its decisions? Answer. Yes, it factors in public health and safety. 159. How does the appellate board ensure that all parties are heard? Answer. By providing equal opportunities to present their case. 160. What is the significance of the appellate board's findings? Answer. They can inform future regulatory practices and policies. 161. How does the appellate board manage appeals with conflicting regulations? Answer. By interpreting laws in the context of the specific case. 162. What criteria does the appellate board use to prioritize appeals? Answer. Urgency and potential public health impact. 163. Can the appellate board issue rulings on policy matters? Answer. No, it is limited to individual appeals. 164. How does the appellate board ensure legal compliance in its operations? Answer. By adhering to statutory requirements and internal guidelines. 165. What is the importance of maintaining records of appellate board decisions? Answer. They provide a basis for accountability and future reference. 166. Are appellants allowed to observe hearings? Answer. Yes, hearings are typically open to the public. 167. What happens if an appeal is successful? Answer. The original decision is overturned or modified accordingly. 168. How does the appellate board evaluate the credibility of evidence? Answer. By assessing the qualifications of sources and relevance. 169. Can the appellate board consider new scientific data presented during an appeal? Answer. Yes, if it is pertinent to the case. 170. How is the appellate board's independence ensured? Answer. Through legal provisions and operational protocols. 171. What is the process for appealing a decision made by DRAP? Answer. Filing a written appeal with the appellate board. 172. How does the appellate board contribute to the integrity of the pharmaceutical industry? Answer. By ensuring fair regulatory practices. 173. Can the appellate board initiate its own investigations? Answer. Yes, under certain circumstances. 174. What is the process for notifying stakeholders of appellate board decisions? Answer. Through public announcements and official publications. 175. How does the appellate board address appeals involving generic drugs? Answer. By evaluating compliance with existing regulations. 176. What is the importance of expert opinions in the appellate board's proceedings? Answer. They provide essential insights into technical aspects of drug regulation. 177. Are there any penalties for non-compliance with appellate board decisions? Answer. Enforcement is handled by DRAP and related authorities. 178. How does the appellate board handle cases of potential fraud? Answer. By conducting thorough investigations and reviewing evidence. 179. Can the appellate board's decisions be influenced by public sentiment? Answer. While considered, decisions are based on legal grounds. 180. What happens if there is a disagreement among board members? Answer. Decisions are made by majority vote. 181. How does the appellate board ensure timely resolution of appeals? Answer. By adhering to established timelines and prioritizing urgent cases. 182. Are appellants entitled to a written explanation of the board's decision? Answer. Yes, a detailed rationale is provided. 183. What is the role of regulatory compliance in the appellate board's decisions? Answer. It is a fundamental aspect of the review process. 184. How does the appellate board manage appeals involving complex scientific issues? Answer. By consulting with relevant experts as needed. 185. What happens if an appeal is filed after the deadline? Answer. It may be dismissed unless valid reasons for lateness are provided. 186. Can the appellate board provide guidance on best practices in drug regulation? Answer. Yes, through its decisions and recommendations. 187. How does the appellate board address conflicts between national and international regulations? Answer. by interpreting laws in the context of both. 188. What is the significance of the Appellate Board's procedural rules? Answer. They ensure fairness and consistency in the appeals process. 189. How does the Appellate Board ensure that decisions are based on evidence? Answer. By requiring substantiation of all claims made during appeals. 190. Are there any limitations on the types of appeals that can be filed? Answer. Yes, only specific regulatory decisions are eligible for appeal. 191. What role do external stakeholders play in the Appellate Board's operations? Answer. They can provide input during public consultations. 192. How does the Appellate Board's process impact patient access to medications? Answer. By ensuring timely resolution of regulatory disputes. 193. Can the Appellate Board consider public health data in its decisions? Answer. Yes, it is a critical component of the review process. 194. What happens if a member of the Appellate Board violates ethical guidelines? Answer. They may face disciplinary action and removal from the board. 195. How does the Appellate Board address appeals regarding drug pricing? Answer. By evaluating compliance with existing pricing regulations. 196. What is the role of public hearings in the appeal process? Answer. To ensure transparency and community involvement. 197. How does the Appellate Board maintain its objectivity? Answer. Through strict adherence to established legal and ethical standards. 198. What is the significance of having a diverse Appellate Board membership? Answer. It enhances the breadth of expertise and perspectives in decision-making. 199. How does the Appellate Board approach cases involving emerging therapies? Answer. By considering safety and efficacy based on current evidence. 200. Can the Appellate Board make recommendations for regulatory improvements? Answer. Yes, through its findings and decisions. Our message. DRAP, PPSC, FPSC, Hospital Pharmacist, Drug Inspector, DHA, MO, HAAD, SLE, CAPS, OSPAP, etc. Exam preparation, solved past paper MCQs and complete set of notes are available at this YouTube channel in video form. You can make your pharmacy exam preparation at this YouTube channel. Regards. Majid Body Advocate, PhD Scholar Pharmaceutics. 2023-2026 LLB. Vice President, Pakistan Pharmacists Association PPA Punjab, Pakistan. Contact +92321404236. Thank you.